that is opening this week, though, Asteroid City. Real quick, I know you and Chris have seen it. That's the new Wes Anderson film. For any possible Wes Anderson film fans out there like Paul Chato, did you guys enjoy it? Chris, what'd you think, real quick?
I actually enjoyed it. It's Wes Anderson weird, which I really love, and it was a packed audience. Of course, it's only playing in just a few theaters in the United States, but Wes Anderson, if you know his work, is an acquired taste. He's definitely leans on the indie side. I don't think you'll see him making a superhero movie anytime soon, but I've always enjoyed his stuff. Films like Moonrise Kingdom and whatnot, Darjeeling Limited, French Dispatch, and his animated movies. One of my favorite stop motion animated movies, Isle of Dogs.
Great movie.
Really great film. So I don't know. I would rather watch a bad Wes Anderson movie than say a good, I don't know, name a crappy filmmaker from today.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, a great J.J.
Abrams ain't making no movies, Paul.
Yeah, not anymore. But so I really enjoyed it. I feel like he's entertaining even when he's weird.
Wes Anderson is not necessarily something that our audience is into, but lately he's been remaking movies all over with AI. That's been taking the internet by storm. But Andre, you are a Wes Anderson fan, I assume. Now, I like Steve Zissou and a couple of his other things, but I've never been a huge fan.
Actually, I am not very familiar with Wes Anderson at all. I saw Moonrise Kingdom when it came out a decade ago, but I didn't really unpack it, sit or analyze or anything like that. I've become much more interested in unpacking movies, their subtext, their messaging, stuff like that is something that I've only really gotten into in the last few years. I will say this, out of all movies I have seen this year in a theater that were also made this year, just so we exclude The Shining and 2001 Space Odyssey, I saw in a double Kubrick special, this is the best movie I have seen this year. I don't really know where Wes Anderson stands as a director. I don't know what values he typically stands for, what he packs into his movie. But this movie right here, this is a movie that, in a sense, is like Kubrick light, because there's layers upon layers upon layers upon layers in it. And this is something that's made very, very clear, because you're dealing with a reconstruction of a theater, of a play, and that's the screen story you're getting. So just right there, you're being informed right away that what you are seeing is an artificial thing, and there's messaging, and it's going to be unclear, and you're going to have to think to get this. They totally tell this. And for the entirety of the first act, I was like, I get that superficial layer of the screen story, but I don't know what the hell is going on. When we get into the second act, it's clear that this movie right here has an anti-lockdown, anti-establishment message. And later, I have learned that the prime audience for Wes Anderson are New York and LA elites who like to smell their own thoughts, and they apparently don't like this movie. And I don't blame them, because this movie right here was like Kubrick in its subversion. Because what Kubrick would do, he would go to the establishment and get funding, and then he would pack the movies with anti-establishment messaging. And that's the thing right here. This movie, towards the end, they literally chant at the audience, "You are asleep, wake up." I can imagine this is not going to go down very well with a certain aspect of the audience. And I'm not pretending to understand everything of the movie, but what I saw, what I did get, was great. This is a proper cinema. This isn't a movie, this is a film. This is an experience, and I can't wait to rewatch it. If you are into something that is different from the usual popcorn genre fare, but something that makes you think, and if you are willing to let the movie take you on a ride, it's going to stick with you like it stick with me. So I can't recommend Asteroid City enough.
And Chris, do you also recommend it?
100%, 100%. But again, if you've not seen a Wes Anderson film,
Right.
his stuff is weird. So I do
He's an
recommend.
acquired taste, yeah.
Yeah. Go on IMDb, check out some of the other films. Isle of Dogs, I think, is maybe one of his most accessible. And
Steve Zissou also might be too. The Life Aquatic.
Yeah. Oh, I love Life
Mr. Fox.
Yeah, fantastic.
That was another one that might be a little bit more.
So I like his work. He's an interesting filmmaker that doesn't care about big box office. He also gets big stars to appear in his films. Oddly, really great cast for this movie. I mean, just fantastic cast. So I don't know, check it out. But yeah, it's definitely, I don't know if, we're normally talking The Flash and superhero stuff and whatever. So it's a film that is, my jam for sure. But maybe check out the trailer first. There are aliens and spaceships and weird stuff in it too. So
yeah, well, the box office is not doing well this week, let alone this year. So like we just said before, so hopefully for Wes, that picks up this next weekend. But I gotta ask go ahead.
It's only in a few theaters. That's the thing. It's like it's
right,
only
right. That's what I'm saying. Is like opening wide this week, or is it just how many theaters is it open?
It's per screen is very high.
Yeah, it's only in 6 theaters this weekend, and Andre obviously is outside the U.S. I don't think that counts those, but
I would not have contributed to the box office that you got there.
No. But Chris recommended, so
Chris recommends.
Thanks.
That in a while, so
yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for your feelings on Asteroid City. But the box office is not going well for The Flash or Elemental, for that matter. Has everybody here seen The Flash? Or
yes.
Nope. I think The Flash is proof that the concern about Ezra's dalliances has come true. I mean, independent of the sagging interest in superhero movies in general, I think the Ezra effect was higher than even I anticipated, because I didn't know whether the general public would really knew what was going on. But I think my sense is Ezra killed the film.
Yeah. I would say that, yes, that was a contributing factor. I'd say that, with all the Penske media trades, like, rallying, against the film, subtly with their coverage of the dalliances, as we refer to them, Paul, I think that didn't help. I mean, just to remind everybody, the legal issues that he had leading into the film's opening was probably not wise. But again, I mean, you have the fall off of these epic level characters from the mainstream comics, and then you have what Eric's doing, which is bringing a brand new character to the.
So let's talk about Eric. Something positive.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll get back to gloat about the Flash and Pixar's Elemental. I have no better word than gloat about it. Like, we all knew this was going to be a disaster blowing up in everyone's faces. But again, that is the establishment. It's all gone to hell in a handbasket, which of course leaves the door open for the independents, for the likes of Eric July and the Ripperverse.
Yeah, we'll get back to the box office in just a moment.
This clip was taken from Midnight's Edge in the Morning, which streams live every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time on the Midnight's Edge main channel. There you can send in your live questions and comments before clips and full stream replays are uploaded to Midnight's Edge live archives. We are also on Twitter, Rumble, Odyssey and Facebook, so smash that like, help share, subscribe and join us.